Welcome away. Goliath wa Bungoma. Yeah, let's talk Goliath wa Bungoma. What's up, everybody? Oga the top is in the building. So now, I've seen a few posts, probably Facebook, of course, about Goliath wa Bungoma. So anajengewa nyumba with the car company that he works with, and that is a very, very, very good thing. And I've seen people are trying to change the narrative. Oh, Obinna ulikataa kusaidia Goliath wa Bungoma. Oh, tunasikia vibaya wanajengewa nyumba. Come on, bruh. Really? We can do better than that. Why? First of all, why would I feel bad that Goliath wa Bungoma anajengewa nyumba? Why? We don't do the same business. We are not enemies. There's nothing that he has that I'm looking for. There's nothing that I have that he's looking for. Or I assume. Why would I feel bad? Just because you would feel bad does not mean I feel the same way. We are not built the same. That's not myself. I feel good when other people are winning. I'm actually very happy for him. All right. So, most people always look at the negative part of everything. They don't look at the positive. And I've said this thing and I will repeat it again. Everything that happens in your life happens for a reason. Try and look at what's the reason why this thing is happening to me. Look at the positive side. When you look at the positive side, you'll find the answer. So Goliath wa Bungoma came on my platform and we had a conversation and he was going through a situation. And if you watch the interview logically, like emotion scandal, I really try to dig and get something from him. What can you do? What exactly can you do? What do you have to offer? Mkono mtupu ulambu. You have to have something. And he said, anaweza kitu kiwa juu. And we laughed about everything and it was okay. And I was like, okay, at the moment, the juice is not worth the squeeze. There is nothing really that I can do to help. He was not a musician. He was not a dancer. He was not an actor. He was not anything. And the reason why Bungoma Goliath became famous was because of the other Gen Z Goliath. Okay? And I was like, okay. So for now, what you can do, you can go back shags and re-strategize, come back again. And he said, cool, nini, interview quishad. And a lot of people, not a lot, some people did not see the logic in that of going back, rethinking and relaunching. And when he left, another socialite picked him on the street. Na akakimbia akamchukua akampeleka sijui akwe sijui bouncer wa clubs sijui nini. Then now from there now things spiraled up to the point where he ended up being an influencer or an ambassador for this car company. Beautiful. Why did he end up being the ambassador for this car company? Because now he had value. Where did he get the value for them to pay attention and say, we can use this guy for A, B, C, D? Think back. Remove emotions, bring logic. Where did he get the value? Was it from the socialite who picked him on the street and said, oh, let me go, sijui nini, katibu wa mazingira, oh. No. It's from the conversation. When we had the conversation, God was working. God was there. God sat down and God ensured. He came for the interview. He could have cancelled. But when God was in the room, God was like, okay, who's going to help this guy? It's not going to be Obinna. It's going to be this guy from the car company. But how will he get there? How will they get an attention and pay attention to him and say, this is the person we need to use? Let's send him to Obinna. Obinna will say, okay, this and this and this. Obinna will say, okay. And then, most of you looked at the no as a reject. It wasn't. It was a deflection. Think of it in a positive way. When he came for the show, that is when he got the value that he can add. Where did the value come from? The attention that the Kenyans gave him from that point henceforth. Who was the vessel, the medium that God was using to add the value to him? Yours truly. If you think logically, you'll see it. If you think with emotions, you will not see it. But I'm so happy that it worked that way. I will take the beating, I will take the thrashing any day. But provided there's one less man on the street, he's winning. Beautiful thing. Kudos. After the house, something else will come, and another thing and another thing. But now there is value. So this is for every other person who will assume when you sit on my show or any other show or whatever, things will just change. No. When you sit on a platform like that, there has to be value. There has to be something. Now that something is now what builds into something else. Over the weekend, I sat down with a guy called Majembe. What is Majembe's value? What is that something? He can fight. And if he cannot fight, he believes he can fight. He has the drive to fight. Okay? Is fighting a sport that is legal? Yes, it is. There is boxing, there is kickboxing, there is Muay Thai, there is wrestling and the rest. And what am I needed to do? Bring him, put him in front of Kenyans and tell Kenyans, yo, there is something here. Let's tap and let's make it better. So we say, okay, let's up the stakes. So let's say instead of you fighting and getting 1,600, let's get 1 million. And I mentioned a couple of guys, I'm like, you guys, I can't do this alone, man. I depend on you guys. Help me, let's do it. And guys are coming through. We are making up this plan in Nini. And the same as the Mbavu Destroyer guy, he also has the value of he can fight, or he believes he can fight. He has the drive to do that. There's something he can do. Okay? Once he can do that, now what the rest does is they just make it better. And that is what we're doing. But now, what are people now doing? Now they've changed the story. Now they're not looking at, if Mbavu Destroyer and Majembe go here, they're gonna bring a different vibe in the sport. Now guys will start looking at the sport like, wow, maze boka, maze msenza toka block na boka, because it has not been happening before. We've had a few amazing boxers, including Congestina, and it had to take Mike Sonko to come and take Congestina and do whatever because of a few systems are not working. And then also most Kenyans are not really focused on those type of sport. It's football and other things in entertainment. But now there's another niche that not only Majembe and Mbavu will be doing, but many other people, young people, but nobody's looking at it that way. Oh, Obinna yana taka tu support watu wanapigana, wangoane meno wa uane. Hiyo ndio furaha. I saw that post made by that social life. I was just dead. Like, he's trying to sell a narrative, and sadly, you will always have people who will buy to any narrative that is so. There are people who will believe it, there are people who will not believe, there are people who question it, but it moves. And it's just like, ati mi furaha yangu ni watu wapigane wa uane ndio sasa ni furahi. Oh, unataka wapigane moja akufe ndio pesa yangu iongezeke, hiyo ni kutoa kafa. I'm like, yo. It's not even about getting these guys off the block, giving more energy and more vibe on this sport, making a lot of people start looking at boxing in a different way. Guys are like, yo, hey, maze boka, maze nini. Guys are just thinking of come on, man. There's a reason. Everything that happens, even this video I've done, there's a reason why I'm doing this video now. And there's a reason why you're going to react the way you're going to react. Yeah. But stop having a very closed brain. You just see things in it's called linear. Man, come on. My day has been made. I've seen that post. That's why I didn't try to do this video. I'm just like, come on, man. Yeah. So we are starting something new. It's not new per se. It's been happening. We're just putting a bit of oomph on it and vibe. We're just trying to make it now cool, so people know, I can do boxing, I can do boxing, I can do wrestling. It's another cool thing. It's another way to hustle. And all the other suppliers are gonna come through for the event day. We're gonna make something, and we're gonna take care of some family and we move. We don't want to give a handout. We want to give someone an empowerment on what they do beautifully. But what ayonaje? Anataka tu watu wapigane wa uane. Bungoma Goliath alikuja kwa show yake akamfukuza akamwambia aende nyumbani. Kama angekuja kwa show yangu hangekuwa nayo kazi yako nayo saizi. Because that part is what built everything else. So inafaa ushukuru. Useme ni aje? Maze hii kwenda hapa huu jamaa akasema hivi ndio ikakamika build. I always tell people, I came to Nairobi as a street boy. The reason why I came, I've spoken about it before. Let me not delve deeper into it. But that reason that moved me from Ushago to Nairobi is what made me Obinna. If I was not chased away from home, I would not be. The drive would not even be there. And many other places I've worked before, in other places I've been fired. Nimeenda kutafuta kazi, hata is influencing nini, wamenikataa kanambia, oh hapana, tunaona wewe hivi, oh we prefer working with. Those are the things that keep me going, to keep the drive alive. But hautaiona hivyo. Kwa nini? Big up Bungoma Goliath, I'm happy for you. And big up Majembe, I'm happy for you. Big up Mbavu Destroyer, big up Alfayo, and anybody else who's doing anything, trying to build themselves. Let's make it better. Let's come together. Tuambia when mnapata tickets wapi nini. Chukweni tickets, let's come and support Mbavu Destroyer, and of course Majembe. Tuone unaekelea pesa yako kwa nani. Wanaume wa weka mawe.